493 words about Pharaoh's Hippo Stomp cheat code. Published on my website, accordionsprout.com. Published the 29th of January, 2024. In 1999, I played a lot of Pharaoh for PC because I was obsessed with ancient Egypt, and because of this, I learned about hippopotamuses. I was also living at a time when cheat codes were still programmed into video games. To wit, I press and hold the buttons Control, then Alt, and then the letter C. A text box will appear, and I can type a number of codes. One will give me 1,000 Devon, the in game currency. One will let me immediately win the scenario I'm playing. One will increase city exports, and one will make a Passel of angry hippos appear where my mouse cursor is situated on the screen. It was usually in the center of my city. I typically would save my game before I used this code because I knew this would create chaos, pandemonium, and, worst of all, dissatisfaction of my citizens, which would cause property values to sink and it would take forever to win the scenario I was playing. There was one game I recall when, out of boredom or curiosity, I entered the code Hippo Stomp around 30 times. Soon enough, the burgeoning metropolis I had created was awash with hulking, pixelated mammals who bobbed their head and chewed on nothing, while the crushed bodies beneath their feet suggested there was once a civilization here. Granaries full of pomegranates and wheat would soon be filled with rotting produce. I laughed, reloaded my save, and finished the scenario. When I wrote about the video game Mercenaries, I mentioned missing cheat codes, and that wasn't just attempts at humor. I do miss cheat codes a lot, and not simply because they made games easier or funnier. Video games are computer software, which means they are built up of code that then creates a simulation, whatever that may be. Hippo Stomp was one of my earliest experiences with computer coding because it taught me that I could impact the reality of a game, even in a hilariously morbid way. Using just 11 characters, I was able to create something new in the game which had not existed before. When I was a kid, the computer, like the refrigerator or television, seemed like something totally alien and perfect that had just arrived. I never thought how it could be made or unmade. Video games seemed much the same way. In its own subversive way, cheat codes allowed me a doorway into video games because it showed me how software was ultimately like any machine, something that was made and could be changed. I could create cities like the designers intended, but I could also destroy them using this code. Dropping hippos from nowhere was a hot burst of agency I had never experienced. Hippo Stomp is a code unlocking a core memory. Me laughing at hippos devouring a small town. It was absurd that something so random could exist, or that I could make it exist. Though the code sideshow certainly left me boggling. Joshua Jammer Smith, January 29th, 2024. Howdy, I'm Jammer. So, as always, to start, thank you so much for listening. I tremendously appreciate it. I always say it again and again, but it's worth repeating. The only thing we really have in this life is our time and our choices. And the fact that you chose to give me your time to talk about a PC game that you either probably don't remember or probably haven't played in years, hey, you're awesome. Thank you so much. In terms of this essay, I did want to clarify one little thing. You'll note there's a reference to a video game in here. I say the line when I wrote about the video game Mercenaries. I have actually written some longer form essays for my site, Accordion Sprout, and that's what that is a reference to. You won't see that on the YouTube channel anytime soon, I think. I mentioned in the description section of my last video, I'm still debating on whether to read some of the longer ones. I'm not sure yet. I just know that when it comes to YouTube and content these days, the guiding philosophy is the shorter the better. But if I do decide to publish that one, if you are subscribed to my channel, you'll see it pop up. Which, yes, the usual claptrap. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It helps the channel because one, it makes sure people are actually coming to the channel to see the video, and then two, more people see my stuff, in which case I get an idea of what's working and what isn't. So again, 2 seconds, subscribe, like, Or don't. You know what? Again, it's your life, your choice. If you decide you don't want to do it, hey, I respect it. Likewise, on the same note of choices, as I note in the end of all of these videos, I do have a Patreon. I am a visual artist and a writer, and now this isn't a podcast, or I don't think it's a podcast. You know what? I'm a dude. I'm a dude with a microphone talking into the internet. But if you like my voice, or if you like these videos and you'd like to support me doing all the stuff that I do when I'm not doing my full time job, or at the very least, if you want to help me buy groceries, I have a Patreon. It's just www.patreon.com/jammerdraws. I'll post a link in the description too. It's literally a $1 tier. That's it. Because I don't do sticker give outs or like behind the scenes extras. Again, I'm just a dude talking into a microphone. So, hey, if you got a buck you don't mind parting with, I would appreciate it. In terms of Pharaoh itself, if you're interested in playing the game, I know that it is available on Steam. That's where I have actually been able to replay it and enjoying a little bit of a nostalgia trip down there. So feel free to check it out there. I think last time I checked, the original version is only like maybe $5 or $6, but they've gone in and done a remaster of the game that looks gorgeous. I haven't played it yet. It's about $20, so I'm waiting for it to go on sale because I'm I'm a underpaid government clerk. What can you do? But if you've never played Pharaoh before, I would definitely recommend it. And if nothing else, play it just so that you can insert a passel of hippos, which, fun fact, that's what you call a group of hippos. I didn't know that until I sat down to write this essay. Write this essay. I mean, I did wrote it in the past. That wrote is, you know what? Words. What are those? Who cares? Thank you again for listening. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you so much wherever you are. And hey, go play some video games.